So I wanted to take a really quick moment to just kind of update and describe or talk about what has transpired since I think the 7th, perhaps. It's definitely at least been a week or so. Um, since I posted originally my encouragement video. Really, it was for myself, but I said it was for, well, actually, I take that back. It was for my fellow teachers, but really, I guess I'm old-fashioned, and I say I have to encourage myself. I have an amazing recruiter who has been just there every step of the way. Keegan has been just absolutely amazing. Like, relieving fears, saying, you can do it, keep going. And so I wanted to kind of update and talk about what has happened. So since I left, since I posted my last video, I have since stopped really teaching. Yesterday, well, no, was it? Yeah, yesterday was like my last day of teaching really here in the States. Um, and in the process of literally packing, uh, trying to determine, what's going to happen, obviously, with my car, but also the same challenge, if you will, that a lot of my fellow teachers, those of us that are going to Shanghai in particular, is how will we get there? Because basically, there have been a lot of airlines that have seceded, saying, hey, we're shutting down. We're not going to fly to China or wherever. And so, and even I've seen on the post teachers saying, that live on the west coast of the United States, so LA, so California, Seattle, I want to say Nevada, they have had a rough time of it trying to find flights as well. Well, I can absolutely identify with that. However, I haven't given up because that's just me. Um, I have found some flights. I have found some ways to be able to still accomplish what, and by the time frame that I need to accomplish it by. Um, so if there's anyone that sees this, feel free to IM me. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to try to assist as best as I can. Um, but the reality is that there, for those people that don't know about this time, there was a virus that started in China and has spread throughout China, and it was transmitted for respiratory. So coughing, sneezing, breathing. And there were quite a few people that fell ill because of it. And the CDC, the WHO, there's a travel warning about travel during this time to into China. And so that is what myself, my fellow ESL teachers have been experiencing and trying to basically encourage ourselves and to overcome. I saw a post by one of my fellow teachers who said, okay, I quit my job, gave up my apartment, thinking I was going to be able to go off and be good to go, and I'm kind of in limbo. And I can identify with that. Absolutely. One of the things that I am doing to circumvent that is, depending on how long this is going to be, I'm looking at travel to different places that, quite frankly, are less expensive for me to live in the meantime. And so, I've a place I've always wanted to go. Well, I've been to London, right? That's kind of a duh. But to travel to Greece. And to go back to Paris. I haven't been to Paris in like a few years or something like that. Well, actually, yeah, it's been at least a few years. So those are alternatives that I'm looking at right now to kind of explore. Heading up to Canada, back home to Vancouver for a while because I, you know, it just is quite frankly a wonderful place. Um, so that is, and whenever you see the screen go dark, it's my screensaver goes on automatically. So that is something that I have been exploring, looking at, and again, if any of my fellow teachers happen to see this video, that's something that I am exploring, and of course, checking hotels and hostels at this time because hostels are usually less expensive. You know. Um, and it just makes it easier to travel. So, but right now, to put it into perspective, I am sitting at a Panera, as you can probably hear around, and using this time just to kind of, well, to be honest, listen to ocean waves in the background and recenter myself and recognize that this too is going to pass, and it's not only going to pass, but it's going to pass really quickly, and then off. We'll be, next thing you know, we'll be in Shanghai going through our orientation, trying to figure out, okay, who am I going to live with? Am I going to live by myself? So again, really, this is for me, even though I keep saying it is for my fellow teachers. But truth be told, it is for my fellow teachers if you happen to see this. But feel free to reach out. You can always reach me on my cell phone, which I'll put it down below. I'll put in the information down below. Or you can actually call me on my website, whatever, or just send me an email as well. But if you watch this, just know that not only is it going to be an awesome experience, but it's going to be one that will continue and that you'll be able to build upon, and that that song, A Whole New World, it's here and it's amazing. So, bye.